I wish to propose a marriage. My daughter and heir.
What is going on to all my House of the Dragon fans out there, and welcome back to my channel. We are back breaking down and discussing this new trailer for episode 5 of House of the Dragon, which is titled We Light the Way. And based on that explosive 4th episode, which happens to be my favorite of the season so far, I'm hoping that episode 5 is going to be tackling the ramifications based on Rhaenyra's decisions. Now, we also can anticipate and expect another royal wedding, and we know as Game of Thrones fans, when it comes to royal weddings, things don't tend to end well. I'm so excited to be back with you all breaking down this new trailer. But before we get into it, if you haven't already, consider subscribing to the channel and hitting that notification bell. That way you don't miss out on any of the daily content. You can also give me a follow on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. All those links can be found in the description of this video. Do me a favor and give this video a thumbs up as well as share it. I would really appreciate all the support. But more importantly, I want to know your thoughts, your theories, and your predictions based on this trailer in the comments below. With all that being said, let's get into the breakdown. As we open up this new trailer with King Viserys as well as Rhaenyra traveling to Corlys to perhaps make amends and to apologize for denying his first marriage proposal. As we know, it was mentioned at the end of episode 4 between the king and his daughter. He told her she has to marry Laenor. Now, as a fan of the show so far, I'm very excited to learn more about Laenor, but more importantly, I want to know his perspective. How does he feel about this marriage? Something I'm very looking forward to seeing. As speaking of this marriage, we see that this royal wedding is now in order in this trailer, and we know, like I said, when it comes to weddings in this world, things don't tend to end well because it tends to end with blood and death and carnage, and we get shots of that in this very trailer. As we see our very next shots of the king and the princess back at King's Landing in preparation of this new bond between the two powerful houses. We fast forward to seeing shots of both Laenor and his mother's dragon flying in the sky, and man, isn't it nice to get the return of Rhaenys, who we haven't seen in a couple weeks, as she tells her husband Corlys that Rhaenyra's path to the throne will be challenged, and in return potentially puts a target on their family with this new bond. But it is when she says knives will be out that we get a shot of the twin Lannisters arriving and all hell breaks loose. Get our quick shots of Criston drawing his sword. We can see that it looks like someone is getting beaten up. We see Laenor is being thrown on the table as Corlys watches all the madness take place. We cut back to Criston punching someone over and over again, and if I were to put money on it, I believe it's probably one of the Lannisters, because again, we can never trust a Lannister. We end with shots of Alicent looking upset as we get the voiceover from Otto saying the king will die. And you'll notice, if you see this shot on the screen now, look at the king's arm, as it appears that his sickness is getting worse and it looks like his arm is covered in grayscale. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and let's go ahead and say it now. I think it's safe to assume that this might be the last episode, unfortunately, that we see King Viserys. Now, cutting back into the shots here, we see Daemon, who's back at the Vale, as we see a shot of the king not looking good. And again, I think that this is his final episode, as we see Otto states if Rhaenyra succeeds him, war will follow. We end with these next shots of Rhaenyra and Criston back on the boat. A quick shot of Rhaenyra back at the royal wedding, as it seems that she is afraid, and I think that ties back to that scene of Criston punching someone in the face to keep his princess, but also we know from episode 4 his potential lover, protected. As we go back to seeing someone on a horse falling, now I think this is going back to that shot with Daemon, and I believe that this might be his wife that is being pushed off of the horse, and we will finally get to meet her, but it might be the last time. As we end this awesome trailer with Otto telling Alicent to prepare Aegon to rule, which we can see her crying. Now, I believe that last shot there really emphasizes how Alicent is starting to make the turn, and she might have some pushback on her father, who we know in episode 4 was let go as the hand of the king. So I'm very excited to see, number one, who's going to be replacing him, but also what has Otto been doing behind the scenes with him no longer having the position of power he was in? Is it more dangerous with him not having one hand on the wheel? I guess we'll have to find out in this new episode. Now, overall thoughts of this trailer, I thought it was fantastic. To me, it points towards this episode being very exciting, and also, like I said, when we get weddings, we can expect a lot of good things to be said. Now, the thing that makes me a little bit nervous, I believe that we will be saying goodbye to a lot of our characters here. Number one, I think the king will be leaving soon. I think this will be his last time in the show because, like I said, you look at that shot with that grayscale on his arm. King Viserys, he's not the best king, y'all, but he has been so fantastic in the show, and just getting a different perspective from a king that wants to do well by people has been such a new, fresh type of approach to leadership and kings in this world, and the performance has been absolutely fantastic. But the thing that also gets me a little bit nervous and also upset as a fan of the show, I also believe that this is the last time that we'll be seeing the younger versions of these characters such as Rhaenyra and Alicent, and we're going to get that big 10-year time jump by the time we get to episode 6. Now, the reason it makes me a bit upset is because I have absolutely loved the performance from Rhaenyra and as well as Alicent. Now, I'm looking forward to Olivia Cook and Emma coming in playing the older versions, but again, I'm just going to miss them a lot. Now, as I'm recording this, there has been rumors that the two actresses might be brought back in season 2, but we'll see what comes of that. But again, I believe this is the last time we're going to see the younger versions of these characters. So that's my thought on this trailer. Make sure that you leave your thoughts, your theories in the comments below. And just a friendly reminder, every Sunday we host 2 live streams. One's a watch party for the new episode, and then the second one's an after show breaking down the episode. So I hope to see you all this coming Sunday watching episode 5 and breaking it down, coming this Sunday starting at 7:45 p.m. Central Time. You all once again for watching today's breakdown. For more House of the Dragon content, make sure to like, make sure to subscribe for more videos. You all have a great day, and we'll see you on the next breakdown.